Okay, so now we got a ballistic pendulum, right? So let's draw a picture of this guy. A line like that. We're going to draw 3 pictures here. Okay, so in the first picture, you got the bullet going along, right? You got the block of wood sitting still, and it's hanging from these strings, right? In the next picture, the bullet has stuck in the block of wood, and they are moving at some speed, right? So from here to here, we're going to use momentum. Okay. And then in the final picture, this thing is going to have swung, swung, up to some height, right? It's like it swings up like this. Whatever this is, there's some change in height here. I guess let's see, it swings up to 0.356 meters. Right? That's our height that it swings to before it stops, right? So what was the speed of this bullet before, right? Now, this pendulum has a mass of 0.3450. With the bullet, once it's ingested the bullet, it has a mass of 0.3476. So the first thing I'm going to do, and I'll do this for you, the first thing you want to do is you want to subtract that, okay? So minus 0.3450, so 0.3476 minus 0.3450 is 0.00. Now, I think you know how to do the rest of this. If you know that this mass is 0.0026, right, and it's going some velocity, right, this thing is going 0. Afterwards, it's going some speed, right, and then after it swings up, it stops, right? So here's what you're going to do, okay? First thing you're going to do is you're going to solve this thing backwards, right? So we're going to say here it's got mgh, here it's got kinetic energy. So step 1, set those guys equal. The mass cancels, right? You know the height is this. You know that's 9.81. And you can solve for that velocity, right? Yeah? Step 2, you'll know this velocity, right? Step 2, you're going to set up a momentum expression, right? 0.0026 times v equals 0.3476 times this number that you just got. Yeah? So you figure that out. So from 1/2 mv squared equals mgh, you figure out this velocity, right? Then putting that velocity in here, you go back and figure out this velocity here. Okay? Now, just for fun, because I know there's people that are going to go to the end of this video and just write down what they see and expect to get credit for it. You who've been watching, just stop watching now, because I'm just going to write some nonsense here and see if people copy it onto their formative assessments. I think that would be funny. Okay, so ultimately the velocity equals the square root of 0.0026 squared. This is, by the way, nonsense. Okay, minus the cosine of 9.81 divided by, let's divide by something. How about the height? 0.356, right? Okay. The cosine of that, right? And then all of that is divided by what is it? Let's divide it by 0.3450 squared. Okay. Now don't write any of this down. Okay. But when I do that, of course, I get 353. Don't write any of this down. This is just utter nonsense here. That cosine, then I square rooted that. I mean, it's just garbage. But the question is, do you think somebody's gullible enough to write this down? I don't know. Yeah,